Alrighty. Hi, people. We are doing a short little scene.
Alright, let me just do my settings. I to turn off climb mode. Turn off that music. Don't need it.
Are we using the same thing as before?
Where'd I post it?
Music share.
Maybe I might use. I'm probably going to use Near music because this is Near's the theme for the group.
Yeah, send it to me, please.
Yep, I just need to look through and find what I want to use.
I'm gonna get myself set up. Where's my chair? There is my chair.
Let's. Let's see. Which one are you? Hmm. What kind of tone do you want? What kind of feel?
Um,
So
Hmm.
I have 2.
I guess, I mean, I suppose there would be a little bit of tension.
I'm gonna post 2. What are you doing? Nausicaa. Let me look.
What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm just recommending music.
Yeah, okay, Pookie. Let me look.
Joking. This is a joke. You want jokes? Wait, new car?
Yeah, I don't mind this one.
I like that too.
I'll allow it. Me about to post the Nausicaa. I got this!
They were
Slams down.
quick with it.
Listen, my near
I'll hear
autism
this.
locked the fuck in. I had to do it.
Let me get my voice mod ready for this guy. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh god.
Perfect. Oh no, a man.
A very deep voice man.
He big.
Yes,
Smile.
he is.
Alright, I'll be invisible for now.
Just to say, the stone is right about here.
Understood.
Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Begin.
Okay. Can't help but notice the longer that these samples are not attached to them, they almost seem to be dull. Or that might just be me, I'm not sure. I feel like I've been at this for days and I still haven't found anything that could be useful, like a more methodical approaches to killing these things, you know, other than a well-aimed, precise strike to the heart. I was hoping maybe I could find something to break that impenetrable skin of theirs. It's proving up to that name, though, it seems, unfortunately. And on top of that, I should really close that window. It's not helping with how fucking chilly it's been as of late. Can't not appreciate a warm fire, though. It's definitely helping. It's making things less chilly in the room.
You find another shiver rack your body.
Even after wearing all of these clothes, it's still not helping. I'm not catching anything, am I? That would be not productive. Just gonna grab, like, some of this, like, plate here. It's not like me to usually eat while working in my study, but I've been in here so long, I feel like I'm neglecting myself. And besides, I am feeling hungry.
You feel a pleasant heat coming from your left on the table.
And then there's you.
The rock emits a heat that helps to warm you. There's a faint sheen that comes from it.
Riveting. Out of character, Juna, he would have, analyzed the rock a bit. Would he have come to the conclusion that it's of a similar material to the samples from Rivka and Jinzo?
Yes, similar, not quite.
I'm not sure why the Jengu had this in their possession, but it's similar enough to their own makeup. A source of power, maybe? A focus of some kind? And the heat it's giving off, I suppose it would make sense for someone like them to have it on their person, considering the cold is that particular race's weakness, so maybe that's the case, but...
Out of character, you don't recognize the symbol.
What I haven't been able to figure out is the symbol on this thing. It's in no texts or archives that I've scrolled through. I've even gone through some of the jury's old notes, and there still was nothing. No symbols like this before. Which either means that this thing is very old or very new, one of the two. Unsure if... Likelihood's very old. How old, though? Can't say. Older than me, then...
You find... while thinking and monologuing to yourself, words appear in your mind. Not like hearing someone speak to you, but more of like you thinking to yourself. In your own internal voice. Am I a survivor?
That was a strange thought. What Never mind. It might be the lack of sleep. Maybe I should find a stopping point here and rest.
Am I a survivor?
Just gonna place the rock down. Yeah, let's finish this up so I can rest a bit more. I think I've finally hit my threshold. 4 days. That's a new record. It's gonna start writing on some paper.
I'm diligent and persistent. Do I classify that as survivor?
I suppose that would. I'm letting my own thoughts get in the way of what I need to do. Come on.
I would do whatever it takes to survive. Wouldn't I?
It's only natural.
Even if I have to be cold-blooded about it. I will survive. Won't I?
Won't I? He's just gonna start rolling whatever he was writing up. I'll have this sent out. Along with the rest of them. I think that's the last one for now, though. Maybe I should have more than just... What is that? A charcuterie board? I don't know, I just asked for stuff, food, whatever works.
You may find your canines are a little bit sharper than normal when you take a bite.
He's just gonna bite into an apple, which, surprisingly easily. Huh. That's weird. Is there a mirror somewhere? Canines are sharper. Strange. Oh god, am I finally getting what happened to Tiana? Oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense. We're not blood related. I'm sure she'll be thrilled, though. No, don't know what good, sharper canines will do me, though. The ability to eat apples easier. Yeah, right. Looks like I forgot a window.
A survivor, eh?
What? I'm hearing shit. Slam. I guess I'll clean.
Another chill goes through the body. Is it you or is it just getting fucking colder? You're not finding any heat when you hug yourself.
Fucking hell. Did we just get a fucking cold chill? A fucking cold spell that passed through? I swear it wasn't this cold a few days ago. I mean, I suppose it is... Winter should be ending soon, though. What? What the fuck? Okay, now I think I'm actually very sleep deprived. Just gonna instinctively reach for his tome. Hey, stay back. It's gonna cast like a light spell.
Goes through.
What?
So you are the survivor, right? I can see it.
I'm sorry. What?
To think you would call to a church member. Cute.
The hell is that supposed to mean? What? Great, there are more of you beasts. Just wonderful.
Beast. Rather ironic, coming from your kind. But I cannot shame you for it. It is the way you were taught. I'll pick up the stone unless you want to freeze to death.
What do you mean? The fire
You're
was...
freezing.
No shit, but the fire was doing something, at least.
Correct, it was doing something. But not enough. Pick up the stone.
And if I don't?
Then freeze. Truly, I do care. Not enough, though. Those are your two options. I guess it matters not. Inevitably, you'll pick it up. You want to survive. That's your option.
So, a Zhanshi, huh? Thought we killed one recently. A snake. Didn't think there was another. Speaking, he's holding the stone now.
Zhanshi. Name of my race. Ironic. When you pick up the stone, immediately heat flows through.
This is a dream. This is a really, really weird one.
If it's a dream, should you not take advantage of it?
Mind your... whatever. Just gonna see if I can walk through your fucking tail.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, no, I know. That basically confirmed it. Alright then. Fine. I'll play this game. Since I guess I have nothing better to do. Maybe I fell asleep at my desk and this is just me paying the price for it.
Persistent and diligent. Admirable traits.
Is this something you're referring to yourself, or...?
I refer to yours.
Interesting.
Tell me, child, what's your name?
Okay, first of all, not a child. Second of all...
To me, you are.
Well, I really don't care. Personally, I'm taking everything you say with a very, very small grain of salt. The fact that I'm even listening to you at all is a statement on its own. As for... to you, you can call me the jury.
Well then, Isaiah. You may call me Shishan. when you talk to others. If you treat them with such disrespect, expect it back.
I only treat those that have them with disrespect to those who deserve it.
Yet I have done nothing.
I don't think you can.
In the way that you're expecting, yes. But the flames are lit. I do mean you no ill will.
That's surprising.
I do not hate one for their ancestry, as your lot tends to. No. Simply for their own actions.
That should give you more than enough reason to
And to
take
be
action.
fair, you are being quite a bit of a bitch, but you are a child. I do not harm those who are powerless.
Powerless.
I said what I said.
I may not be as physically strong as some individuals here, but my magic and this makes up more than enough for that. Thank you very much. There's
I'm
one
quite
term.
aware of your magic capabilities, child.
There's one term I wouldn't ever describe myself as is powerless. At least not anymore.
You may hold power, but not in the way that matters.
And do tell, how would it matter?
You are the kind to hold power, to harbor it, but never to actively use it for the right cause. You give judgment, yes. That is true. But everything I've seen of you has pointed as a lack of potential. No. There is potential. I suppose a lack of exceeding it.
Fine, whatever. Okay. Shishan. Why am I speaking with you right now?
Because you are a survivor.
What does that even mean?
It means exactly that. You do what it takes to survive. No matter what. It may be stifled, but you do hold ambition. A desire to climb to greater heights. Like it or not, I can see it. Deep down, you know you hold such power. You know that it's not being used to the full extent of it. But you have the strength of mind to hold yourself back. A rare trait. Not a bad one, I assure you. Self-restraint is harder to come by the stronger you get,
Well, I suppose it's been tested as of
but
late.
nevertheless needed. Like I said, you are a survivor. A trait I admire. A trait I encompass. and that is why the stone called.
Called, you say?
I guess you could say I called.
So you reached out to basically one of your own kind's worst enemies. I really don't... I
assure
fail to
you-
see the logic in that.
I assure you at the time I was not aware. It's a fucking rock. It doesn't have eyes, is it? Yeah? I simply knew there was someone nearby holding the traits I desire. The traits I hold.
And
Someone that had the potential I needed, and so I called, and you answered.
well, now that we're here, speaking face to face, does this change your mind at all?
Not even a little bit.
Riveting.
Truly. So I'm sure you'll be happy to know that I will be staying nearby for the near future.
Yeah, that's unless I get some proper sleep.
Sleep. I fear you may not have a lot of that in the near future.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
It means good luck getting to sleep. I told you, persistence and diligence. All traits I harbor. I do not hate you for being a part of the church, although I am greatly aggravated by you, in the sins you yourself have committed. Think of it as, what's the word you church folks like to use? Ah, yes. Repentance.
That's a bold statement coming from you.
Tell me, what do you think I've done? It is genuinely a curious question. See, even when I was alive, didn't really understand the motives behind your goddess. We did nothing to her. In her eyes, we were a scourge upon the earth, simply for existing, because her dear brother made it. But you don't know about that, do you? About her opposite. Right?
Opposite.
What? Where do you think my kind came from? Child? Did you think we just formed?
Listen, look. Great, line of, thoughts to work upon, but no, that's heresy, basically.
And?
I could
You
never.
cannot say you are not curious.
Oh, I'm curious, but I know better.
To what? Learn it from an imaginary person no one else can see. In the beginning, there was two entities. Black and white, good and bad, pure and unpure. I can't really say much about your god. At the time of being alive, she wasn't really all concerned, besides the periodic sentinel. But I can tell you about my father, on the other hand. Allow me to reintroduce. Apologies. I am Shishon, the very first of the race you call Jean-Shi.
First.
Correct. And you hold some of my shards within your hand. Created by my father, the Unpure. I and 11 others were created by his hand. And one came from my little brother. So tell me, Isaiah, would you like to know the real story? I ask, but I'm going to tell you regardless. Because I know, sworn to duty you are, you might say no. But I can hear it. That internal voice in your head, that desire. To survive, you must know as much as you can. Everything must be used to your advantage. And this offer is too good to give up.
You know what? Sure. I'm very curious to see what tale you could twist up.
Wonderful. If that's the case, I don't believe doing it here would do you any service. Grab your sheets.
Grab my sheets. What do you mean by that?
You will freeze if you try to sleep in that bed.
My comfortable bed.
Yes. You can either save yourself the trouble and move your sheets now, or attempt to sleep in that bed. And wait till the middle of the night, more than it already is, perhaps around 3 or 4 in the morning, and then come over here when the fire's already gone dim. Make your decision. You will learn regardless.
The things I do to play along. Fine, fine. I'll continue to play along, as weird as this is. Just gonna grab, like, the comforter and the sheets. Just drag it over. Just lay it out here.
The fire's gonna rise higher.
Little warning when you do that.
You will be fine.
I'm not exactly fireproof.
We'll see. Now then, as I said, in the beginning there was 2. I know not what changed. I'm aware that at some point your goddess killed her brother. But I don't know why. Sadly. So I can't tell you much in regards to your goddess. Perhaps, well, here I may learn. But I can tell you about our races. Our father liked the darker side of things. Not evil, no. but not conventional. Let me just readjust this so you don't keep getting slapped in the face.
Yeah.
Actually, this goes through you. Why should I care? It'll be fine. Come on. Sorry, I got distracted myself. Now, you liked the darker side of things. The unconventional. Things that crawled, slithered, splashed. Things that harbored in the dark. Things that most would be disgusted or horrified by. That is unpure. The light, the pure, might see it as tainted. But my kind, we saw it as freeing. Tell me, do humans still harbor sins as evil? I don't know.
Oh, of course.
Why?
Some
Why are
acts,
they evil?
some acts of sin can be greater than most. It happens so
Wrath,
often.
envy, greed, gluttony, lust, pride.
All seen
Oh,
as
Stephen.
all seen as the scorn humans carry. Even now.
But why? That is what it means to be human. Perhaps call it ignorance. But my kind, those who followed Father, saw it differently. An overabundance of everything will cause negative effects. You cannot say that to be incorrect. What is pride if not overabundance of confidence? What is wrath if not an overabundance of anger, righteous or not? Sloth. You relax too much. The sins are connotated with overabundance, and that is why it is seen as sin. But not for us. It need not be overabundant. In our eyes, it is the purest form you can be. It is bright and vibrant. Life should be bright and vibrant. And that is why we are bright and vibrant. Because we are sinful creatures.
At least you admit it.
We feel strongly. We feel strongly. We seek to survive and to flourish. We seek to not be restrained, yet also not be overabundant. Why is that a sin?
It's this freedom that you so like to call it that you inflict on others.
Freedom we
danger.
inflict on others.
Your hunger,
What
your
do you mean by
greed,
that?
your gluttony. It's caused far more harm than good.
And what about animals? How many child of men have you seen that have exhibited such traits? The fire will change. You will see men slaughtering countless animals, slaughtering the poor to take their food. You'll see man being greedy, taking coin, leaving places impoverished as they dine like kings. Those being gluttonous, feasting over and over. You see prideful those who lead people into terrible circumstances, politicians, leaders, because of their pride, their people fell. People's rage and wrath taking over, committing horrible sins, killing daughters, sons, brothers, and sisters. You see, those lazy men, lazy people of the church, standing by as nothing happens. You see, envy. Those who desire more, those who want more, even though they have everything, and still taking, all of them, men. For those who claim to be pure, for those to claim to deny these traits, the more it is denied, the more it is pushed away, the more the heart harbors it. You deny it, but you do not control it. And so it builds. Embers form. And one day it turns into a blaze that does not go out. We learn to control it. To keep the fire steady.
That is until you grow too hungry, and then you become a danger to yourselves and to your other kind.
But is that not true for men? Is that not true for you when you become desperate? What lengths will you go? And what sins will you commit? That is not fair to treat us with such scorn when you are being a hypocrite. That is what I didn't understand about your goddess. She hated us not for our actions. She hated us because we were created by her opposite. Because we were vibrant. We changed. We were everything she wasn't. And so, Father bade us to hide. We were never to involve ourselves with your kind. Never to involve ourselves with her. When we were created, there was minimal rules. It is only after we left our place of creation that we slowly found how the world worked. We were children who knew nothing. First, we explored our surroundings. We learned that there was such a thing called a sky, sun, grass, water. And then we learned about ourselves, not what we were, for we had no name other than one he gave us. In our eyes, we were the same. But if we're all made of the same thing, are we not the same? It's only later we learned differences, learned what it means to be different, learned that other races were different. But even then, we did not understand. Just because we were made of a different material, why did they hate us? Why did they fear us? All of us look different and we could accept each other, so why could your kind not? Why is that?
The fear of the unknown.
Correct answer. We were unknown. We looked different. And looking into the history of man, I don't think it mattered. We couldn't just look exactly like you, and you would still hate us for some reason. Your kind finds a reason to hate. To say something is other. Is that not true? You should know. You spent those times on the street.
Shut up.
You were the other. They scorned you. Not because you weren't a man, but because you were dirty. Because you didn't have a home, didn't have parents. Because you didn't fit with them, you were hated. That is man. Eventually, we found those accepting. Eventually, we found our place. It took a long time. But we listened to what Father bade us to do, and so we found a home, somewhere we would stay, somewhere your kind would never reach. I assure you, we never had any intent to get involved with your people. For the moment she found out about us, she sent a sentinel to kill us. She murdered an entire village of people just because they were nearby. Every run-in with a sentinel, there was no care for those around it, the lives that she had ruined. Tell me, as her jury, why would she do such things? Why would she commit sin?
They had chosen to be associated.
They hadn't. We were young and foolish. Within village nearby, time after time again, it didn't matter if those who were nearby knew of us or not. They would die regardless. We never made our presence known. And still she murdered. Slaughtered. Didn't matter. Old and young. Son or daughter. None was spared. That is where we learned what sin was, not from our own kind, but from yours. I do not like your goddess. Not because they are the opposite of Father, but because she does not care for lives that she affects. As that is what her actions have shown.
That isn't true.
Would you like to see it? He waves his hand and the fire changes. Village is burning. It looks old. Olden times. Villages of wooden houses with fur pelts, burning, screams, people trying to flee, none being able to, lasers and beams of light striking those down, sentinels moving in. Older sentinels, not the ones we have now. More clunky, older design, actually have legs. Some walked, some floated. Angelic nonetheless. You see one approach a family of 3. The man comes up and tries to block the sword, while he yells at the wife and their newborn to flee. The man is struck down. The woman screams and cries and tries to flee. As she turns to run away, she is shot in the head. Her head is gone. As she falls, the baby screams. The sentinel approaches and stares at it blankly, and then slams its sword down onto it, silencing it. What sins has a newborn committed? they possibly do to deserve it.
Whatever you're trying to do, I want to let you know now it is not going to work.
I am trying to understand. It is a question I've always harbored. It is questions I've always harbored. I simply saw this as an opportunity to gain those answers. Long since I might have passed, but the anger still burns within me.
I don't know what good it will do you, though. These answers you seek. Because, like you said, you're dead. It's not going to bring you back. It's not
I
going to
suppose.
give you any self-satisfaction. What's done is done. And nothing's going to change.
I suppose that's true. Yes. The fire goes back to normal. No, it will not bring me back. It will not change what occurred in the past. But as a brother once said, those who do not learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. And though I might be dead, there's still a desire to learn, to find those answers, to see if there's even a spark of good within them. No, not good. Life. But no. I suppose I will continue with my story. We found a place. A place away from your kind. Away from the church. It was in a place with no reflection, yet was inside of it. Somewhere far, far away from here. And we found a people. People that looks much like yours, but not. With ethereal eyes. Eyes that glow in the dark. One's burning brightly with life. Flawless skin without any smear against it. And flowing hair. Vibrant, never out of place. They move with grace and agility, unlike that which I have seen within men. A species that looked like a perfect imitation of men. But that's what made them wrong. And yet, despite all that, it was a sad species. For despite all that they had, there was only one thing that they desired, what they could never get. But my kind could. And so we made a deal. We will bring them that which brought them happiness. And in return, we would learn to live with them. We would help them flourish. And so we can live with peace and prosperity. And so we did. All they had asked for us for was a seed for a tree from their home. And so we went there and we took the seed and brought it to them. And that seed grew into a giant tree. Its branches spanned across the sky. It seemed to almost hold up the world itself.
You took the seed of a world tree.
We did. Young and foolish we were. We didn't know what such things were.
Young and foolish is an understatement. Sorry, I just... the ridiculousness of it.
We had quite exciting lives, yes. We didn't know.
I'm sure you found out.
We did. Far, far too late, we did. It lived. It didn't die immediately. There was no immediate consequence. It flourished, at least as far as we knew. And so we built a world, a civilization. The fire change to show that city before the destruction. You've never seen a city quite like that. It is vibrant. There's life. That's the best way to describe it. Multiple different species living together in harmony, using their skills to the best of their abilities. There's happiness. There's no pain or strife. A paradise. Above and below. Even the sky. That is what we made. A home. But also, as you'd expect, there's consequences for every action one takes. And we learned that well. Things change. You see the destruction. I still hear those screams. Smell the ash. Usually I would like that smell, but not there. Not there. When our world fell apart, many were lost, and things had to be started over. We built what we could, and then we left it to those we left behind. And yet, it was such a horrific event, our children's children forgot the tale. It was too horrific to speak of. And with it, the lives of my brothers and sisters. The stories we made and told were forgotten. Until now, that is. This was simply a brief overview of anything. There's many more stories to tell. We did live rather long, fulfilling lives, and while there's tragedy at the end, the times in between were joyous, bright and vibrant. And I would tell you now, but it's morning and you have work to do.
What?
It's morning.
You son of a...
Did you enjoy the story?
It was a story, I suppose. God fucking damn it.
persistent and diligent. Come now, child. I'm sure you'll survive this. But 5 days of no sleep.
A new record, apparently. It's gonna grab some of the satchel filled with some of the scrolls.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Are you going... You're not sticking around, are you?
Of course I am. I have my stone.
I'm just going to leave it right here then, because I don't need this while I'm going about my runs.
Oh, please. You'll be back for it. You can't simply leave it behind.
Watch me.
I will.
And I'm going to ignore that you're even here.
Yep.
Son of
Remember, he can't leave without the stone.
Yeah, I know. He'll be like down the hallway before he eventually will return back.
Yep. I'll wait. Yeah?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a single word. Just gonna shove the stone in his pocket.
Well, at least this will be entertaining.
Scene.
Scene.
Fuck.
What do you think of him?
Ah, he's great. Here, let's get out of the dark.
I love how you were walking and he's just behind you, just smiling like an idiot, just fucking, you know, yeah, sure, let's go. So what'd you think?
Nah, it was good. I wasn't expecting you to tell the story of the graveyard.
Yeah. Well, he has a burning curiosity. He's doesn't like purity, and I mean, you now know why. But he's genuinely curious from a church member's perspective on the take of what he saw, because he never understood why she would do that. So tell me, jury, why would she kill a child? A baby that's done nothing wrong.
See, that's the thing, because, like, Isaiah knows he's killed people, and he's done it in Purity's name, but in his eyes, he's done it because most of those people they had done inherently bad things, used dark magics, you know. In his eyes, they deserved what they got to them, but that definitely put a question in his mind. That's why he put an end to that conversation topic quick.
Yep.
He didn't like where
Don't
his...
want to think about it.
Yeah, he didn't like where his thoughts were going with that.
So, what would you like to do the next 101? Because I need to show more of his changes.
Yeah.
Well, we probably need to do it sometime soon. Like, I'd be down to do it. Like, now. But, we'd probably need to do it sometime soon, especially since we're going to have Kaleidoscope, or at least the whole Rivka and Jinzo shit will happen. Goal is not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, I could probably do it some point this week.
Yeah, but how many of these scenes are you wanting to do before that? Is a better question.
So, I definitely want to do another scene with like, you know, just them interacting with some more like
Mhm.
little changes happening. And then the next one would be the dawning realization that he is really changing into this, you know, which will be emotional because he'll be angry at you. Very, very angry. And then, of course, then there's going to be the whole thing about what the fuck am I supposed to do? What is Purity going to think? What is Tiana and Cythera going to think? What is everyone going to think? What am I going to do? What's going to happen to me?
You should
And-
get your model done.
I don't know where to start.
Ask Nosko.
Yeah, I probably could.
Like, they can help you with scales.
Yeah, the thing is like,
I guess, how lizard do you want to be?
I had an I mean, obviously he was gonna get the tail and was gonna have some scales, maybe some claws. I think the thing is, I think I wanted to make him a bit less scrawny, if that makes any sense. He's got some more meat on his bones. He's a little taller. He's not as child looking, if that makes any sense.
I mean, it's either you could use that base and sculpt it, or go get another base.
Yeah,
But probably keep the face. I like the face and the hair.
I probably will, but
It's iconic.
I might get a slightly more less scrawny base. Nothing like fucking this man or Dorga. No, nothing like that.
I'd go with the which fucking base is it? The one Jimmy uses for Kane.
The Kamano?
The one you use for Taven. Yeah, the kimono, and then light sculpting.
Yeah, I have that.
That or the Henri base.
I also have the Henri base.
Both are good. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When would you like to do these scenes? Cause availability.
Well, what's your availability this week?
I am available tomorrow and Tuesday, but not late, because I am working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, which means Wednesday I have Final Fantasy shit. Thursday, I'm going to be exhausted, but I can maybe do stuff. But I just can't be up late. I might go to bed early, and then obviously Friday's RP.
Okay.
So.
Monday's date night, so no. I could do Tuesday when I get home from work, because I get home around like 7:30 my time, which is 9:30 for you.
Yeah. I could do that.
Yep.
I would start working on your model though, like when we hop off,
I
because now you have a time limit.
know. Here, hang on.
I would recommend
I'm in my stream.
at least find